Good evening. It's Thursday, September 19, 2019 here in Cebu City. I'm Flor Kerubin and here's all you need to know in NewsBits tonight. The Department of Trade and Industry has recorded a lesser demand of pork in Cebu this week following the recent declaration of African swine fever presence in the country. Meanwhile, the provincial government is banning the entry of live hogs and all pork-related products from Luzon. Here's Chari Coronel for the details.
There is no movement in the prices of pork in the local markets of Cebu despite the recent declaration of African swine fever in the country, based on special monitoring of pork conducted by the Department of Trade and Industry in Central Visayas in supermarkets and 3 wet markets last Monday. There is no price movement since last week. But DTI Central Visayas noted a lesser demand from the consumers due to ASF. Meanwhile, Cebu Governor Gwendolyn Garcia issued Executive Order 16, which amends earlier EOs to implement a total ban on the entry of live hogs, pork-related products, byproducts, and boar semen from Luzon into Cebu for a period of 100 days. Pork and pork-related food products sourced from other areas in the country will be regulated unless these are accompanied by necessary requirements from the point of origin. Garcia said the province's ASF task force, together with the Central Visayas Pork Producers Cooperative, is intensifying disinfection activities in seaports and airports. Chari Coronel, NewsBits Tonight.
Lapu-Lapu City Mayor Jonard Chon will dismiss 2 City Hall employees who were tested positive for illegal drug use. Here's Kenneth Torres for the details.
2 employees of the Lapu-Lapu City Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office will face dismissal from office after testing positive for illegal drug use. Mayor Junard Ahong Chan said he is just waiting for the result of the confirmatory test conducted by the Office of Substance and Abuse and Prevention last Tuesday. Chan added he was surprised with the result as they have been campaigning against illegal drugs at the City Hall. He said he will also encourage the 2 employees to undergo barangay-based rehabilitation program. By this time, he will decide if he will allow them to return to office. Meanwhile, Chan asked the police to implement the city's curfew ordinance after incidents involving minors. From 10 in the evening until 5 in the morning, minors are not allowed to loiter in the streets. The city mayor also reminded pension house owners in the city not to allow people with possible minor victims to check in to their establishments. Kenneth Torres, NewsBits Tonight.
More stories in NewsBits Tonight after this short break. Three sitios of Barangay Mambaling in Cebu City who were hit by a fire yesterday morning were placed under state of calamity. Here's Chari Coronel for the details.
3 sitios of Barangay Mambaling in Cebu City affected by a fire that hit the village yesterday were placed under state of calamity. At least 70 houses were destroyed by the fire in sitios Wangyu, Ipil-Ipil, and Abia. Mambaling Village Chief Hinis Abiliana said they decided to place the 3 sitios under state of calamity after conducting a special session with other barangay officials. 300,000 pesos worth of calamity fund will be released immediately. The Cebu City local government will also give 20,000 pesos. The Cebu City Social Welfare Services distributed distributed food packs to at least 500 affected individuals. Some victims remained inside the evacuation centers, while others opted to return to the affected lot. Barangay health worker Marinela Batubaluno said that children affected by the fire have not reported to their respective schools after their school uniforms and educational materials were burned. The city's social welfare services appealed to those who want to help to donate hygiene kit, underwear, clean drinking water, and mattress for the victims. Charlie Coronel, NewsBits Tonight.
For the latest in sports, here's Kenneth Torres.
Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas Chairman Emeritus Manny Pangilinan has apologized to the basketball-loving Filipinos after Gilas Pilipinas went home winless from the 2019 FIBA Basketball World Cup in China. Pangilinan said that SBP is part of Gilas's programs, decisions, and formations, prompting him to ask for an apology for Gilas's performance. Pangilinan is positive that Gilas will perform well in their campaign in the 2023 World Cup as the country hosts the event along with Indonesia and Japan. As the co-host in the 2023 World Cup, Gilas will automatically get a spot in the tournament. However, Pangilinan wants Gilas to prepare early for the upcoming competition. Gilas ended their World Cup campaign at the last spot, suffering defeats against Italy, Serbia, Angola, Tunisia, and Iran. Kenneth Torres, NewsBits Tonight.
To get the latest, visit www.sunstar.com.ph and follow us on our YouTube channel and official social media accounts on Twitter and Facebook. I'm Flor Kerubin. Good evening.